Hello there and welcome to Lagan History on YouTube. This little video is going to cover the Good Friday Agreement, basically the terms of the Good Friday Agreement signed in 1998 in Belfast. Groundbreaking agreement which led to peace of sorts in Northern Ireland, a kind of a political settlement. It was between Unionists and between Nationalists, and what it really did was involve the Irish government, the British government, and all Northern Ireland's main political parties, and they agreed a political way forward for Northern Ireland to move forward into the future after decades of trouble, strife and violence. So the terms, there are several key terms to really be aware of. Firstly, you should get in your head, if you want to understand this, that there are three main strands that have to be looked after. So the first one was there had to be an agreed form of power sharing in Northern Ireland. It's kind of an institution that everybody could sign up to. So a new Northern Ireland Assembly was set up. It was set up in Stormont in East Belfast. In this assembly there was going to be 108 elected MLAs, members of the Legislative Assembly. They are going to be elected using a system of voting called STV, Single Transferable Vote. From proportional representation. It's more proportional, it's fair as well too, and they were going to basically form an executive made up of all the political parties, Unionists and Nationalists, and these would be led by a first and deputy first minister from the Unionist and Nationalist main parties. So the second strand was actually to have some form of involvement for the Republic of Ireland, and they set up a North-South Ministerial Council which would involve cooperation on a lot of cross-border issues, for example new motorways, waterways, hospitals, and things like food and road safety adverts that you see on television. They'd all be sort of like cooperated on by the North-South Ministerial Council. Thirdly, sort of a unionist point here, they wanted to have an east-west dimension involving the entire British Isles, so a British-Irish Council was set up, again to encourage cooperation across all the major constituent countries of the British Isles. However, if you want to really understand this agreement, the key is in actually understanding a couple of things that weren't part of the main agreement. First of all, there was to be changes in the Irish Constitution. In the Irish Constitution, it claimed the whole island of Ireland. That really angered Unionists. The Irish government were going to change that. Secondly, there was going to be all prisoners were going to be released on licence, all political prisoners. If they committed a crime, they'd go back in and serve the rest of their sentence. Thirdly, there was going to be decommissioning of all paramilitary weapons, very important part of it. And fourthly, finally, there's going to be reform of the RUC, or the police. They weren't really trusted by Nationalists due to a lot of the troubles. However, they'd suffered an awful lot as well too. So what was going to happen was they were going to be made more acceptable to Nationalists. The name is going to change to the Police Service of Northern Ireland, the PSNI. The badge will be changed. Recruitment will be 50-50 to try to make it more equal. It was 90% during the Troubles. It was going to try to make it more equal otherwise. And finally, to legitimise all this, there was going to be referendums in the South and in Northern Ireland. I hope this makes sense. You can find out more at laganhistory.com. Thanks for listening.